We're so excited because Casi Joy is here to join us here on Connect with Country Now. And you guys may remember her from The Voice. She got a 4-chair turn and was a member of Team Blake. And now she's back with brand new music. So let's welcome Casi Joy here to Connect with Country Now. Hi, how are you? Oh, we got unmute. There we go.
Got it.
No, it's like someone actually said in the other day, we had the same thing happen. And they're like, that's like the most used line of the last year. You're on mute, you know?
I know.
It's like we're all on Zoom trying to figure all of this out. So welcome. I love your hat.
Thank you so much.
So fun. So let's, I haven't had a chance to meet you yet. So I'd love to just like get to know you a little bit more. And I know we saw you on The Voice, and that must have just been like a whirlwind for you. Let's just kind of start there, if that's good for you, and talk about you auditioned with LeAnn Rimes, Blue, and blew everyone away with that. So looking back on that, like, what do you think now about that performance and like, looking back on that audition?
Yeah, it's still, looking back on it, it's still such a dream come true. I mean, I'm so overly grateful for that experience. There I am.
Yeah.
And, just to be able to share that experience with my family, who's been with me every step of the way since day one, was so incredible. And just getting the 4-chair turns, like getting 1 chair turn blew my mind. And then to get all 4, it was a very validating feeling. And it's something that I'm chasing, to feel that same feeling every day, and every stage that I get on, I'm chasing that feeling again. So it's definitely pushed me to get to the next level every step of the way.
So what did you take away from, your experience on The Voice? I think like, you get to be there in this, like in front of this national audience, and you build up like a solid fan base just from that. But like looking back, like, is there any advice that's kind of stuck with you that you've carried along or?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the stuff that you don't see was really valuable to me. Like the vocal coaches that you get behind the scenes, and the social media training, and the branding, and, getting your hair and makeup done, and learning how to interview better, and all of that. I hope I'm living up to it since I'm trained.
Oh yeah. Well, it is funny that you say that though, because I feel like whenever I've talked to people who have come from The Voice or American Idol, you can tell like they are straight up media trained. And I don't know if like all fans know that artists go through that, but it is part of the process. And like when they come off those shows, it's like they got it,
Yes, it's priceless to get that kind of information. And then, to take it to the next level, to get advice from 4 coaches who are doing what you hope to do in the future, at that level, like Blake Shelton. And, I was lucky enough to work with Luke Bryan too in the battle rounds. And, to get advice from people like that is just, again, priceless.
Yeah, that's so fun that you got to work with Luke, because like now he's on Idol. That was almost like his like, audition, I guess you could say, for Idol, even though it was on The Voice, because he got a chance to like work with contestants and kind of dip his toes into that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think I lucked out getting to work with him for sure.
Yeah, I would say so.
Blinded me.
Yes. So did anything, because I know that like whenever I share a post about The Voice, everyone loves it. Like, is there anything that surprised you or that you didn't know that like happened behind the scenes that was like eye-opening to you?
Definitely the way that it's filmed. It's made me view reality TV differently, not in a bad way or anything, but, just to see how it's made was definitely eye-opening, and all of the slow motion walking and wearing the same outfit for several days in a row. And,
Yeah, that is funny. I did notice that this season, it was like, they always wear that same thing. I'm like, I guess they just want fans to think it all happened in one day, but
right.
Anyway, so after the show, this was like the coolest fact I feel like that I learned about you was that you sold your house and went to live on the road. So I have to hear about like the thinking behind that, and like, were you nervous, and what it was like living on the road?
Yeah. Okay. So buckle up. So my husband and I, since being on The Voice, I was touring nonstop, going to Canada, all around the US and Canada. And we were never home in our Nashville house. We were paying for all these utilities and internet that we were never using. So we decided to sell our house and get a 44-foot bus. And we named her the Joyride.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah. So we're just, now we're able to go on the road and, spread joy wherever the music takes us.
I love that. So is he a musician as well?
No, his title is Anything But Sing. So
okay.
He drives the bus, he fixes the bus, I decorate the bus.
Okay.
He does all of my photography, videography, booking my shows, management, anything under the sun except for singing. I'm working on the singing.
You guys are a good team then. I love that. So are you still living out of the bus?
We are right now. Actually, we're getting something put on it to be able to tow our truck behind it.
Okay.
So I'm actually in my childhood bedroom right now at my parents' house.
Oh.
It was the only place I could get away from all of the dogs barking.
Okay. Oh, I feel you. I have like 3 doors that I shut when I come in here.
Yeah, you're like in a panic room to keep from barking.
Yes. Yeah. I totally feel you with that. So, so have you been like during the past year, like, did you kind of do what everyone else did and like dive into this new music and writing? And did you embrace like the Zoom music creation?
Yeah, I did do a lot of writing. I released a song during quarantine called Poor Angel. And I was super excited. I was nervous to release the song during quarantine because you never know what to expect. It was a road less traveled.
Yes.
So I released a song, released a music video. We shot the music video down on a deserted Broadway, which, you never see. And during lockdown, we were like, we've got to capture this on video. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. And did a lot of Facebook Live concerts over on my Facebook stage. And I got really lucky to just bond with my fans even more, going through quarantine together and feeling a little less alone. I feel like music just brings people together. And that was something that I think even quarantine couldn't take away from people.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember like those first days of quarantine, it was like you would look on Instagram and literally everyone was live, and everyone like embraced that and was using it like nonstop, so it was definitely like an interesting time. And it was so fun, I feel like, to see the different ways that people were, embracing it and like, different like series, and people were cooking and doing all these fun things. Did you learn anything new over the past year? Like take up a new hobby or anything?
I started knitting again.
Oh,
I used to knit back in high school. So yeah, I'm an old grandma. So I was knitting. And then for Christmas, I also got an Oculus, one of the VR headsets. So
yes,
I have been playing some hardcore Beat Saber, which is the Star Wars game with the lightsaber.
Oh, that's so fun. I'm sure there's like a channel here on Twitch for that,
I want to start doing that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the money. So this is your new song, and let's just hear the story behind it, because I feel like this is like a definite relatable topic.
Yeah, I wanted to write something kind of, sarcastic and lighthearted, but it is about, a very real subject. And it was real to me at the time as well when I wrote it. It was a dry season of, not many shows, and every other call was a collector and every knock was a wolf at the door. And, I feel like so many people go through that where we're supposed to believe it's not about the money, and there's more to life than money. It doesn't revolve around money. But when you can't pay your bills and you're constantly robbing Peter to pay Paul, it's about the money. So I kind of wrote it about like, I just want enough money for it to not be about the money.
I love that. Have you heard like any stories from your fans, like on social media, like, that resonating with it? And
I have, especially after this year, I think we've all really been hit financially. And so, yeah, I've had some funny stories from some fans. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but we've had some stories here and there.
Oh, I bet. So we have a chat here going, and Kiki wants to know where you got your hat. This is like a popular subject here.
My whole outfit, actually I'm wearing sweatpants under this and Crocs.
Oh my God, I love it. I'm wearing snake print leggings. It's the whole Zoom look over here. So I'm with you.
But the whole outfit's from Dillard's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. We have a huge Dillard's over at Green Hills, so we can go.
Yes, that's where, when I'm in Nash, that's where I go.
Yes. And Nick says hi and have an amazing day. Thanks, Nick, for joining us today. And so you're going to perform The Money for us here today. And we're so glad to have you. And thanks for being here on the show. And one thing real quick before we go to this, because I really wanted to know the answer to this question. I wrote some notes down. So you can yodel.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you learn how to yodel?
I was like 12 years old, and my mom, it's a weird full circle moment. My mom showed me Blue. Oh. And it was like, this Leanne Rimes is so young. She's like, a little older than you at the time. So maybe I was younger than that then. And I was like, I want to learn to do that. I'm going to be, big star like her by the time I'm her age. And my mom put me through some yodeling competitions and everything. And it's just about like not being afraid to sound really gross at first. Like, you're breaking your sound. So it's not going to sound, it's not a meditation style of singing.
Right. Yeah. Country Kid in the chat before you perform The Money wants to know, has Blake heard this song?
I don't think so yet, but if you want to tweet the heck out of him.
Yes.
I'd appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on today, and let's hear The Money.
Yeah. It ain't about the money. Yeah, we're all just chasing that green. It ain't about the money. Yeah, we're living the American dream. While the wolves at the door, and I'm hiding on the floor, and I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. It ain't about the money, unless you just don't got it at all. Well, cash talks, they say, but all mine ever says is goodbye. When goodbyes don't pay, I just keep selling myself that lie. It ain't about the money, but my truck's about to get repoed. It ain't about the money. Yeah, I'm dodging numbers I don't know, while the wolves on the line trying to take my last down. So I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. It ain't about the money, unless you just don't got it at all. Well, cash talks, they say, but all mine ever says is goodbye. When good nights don't pay, I just keep selling mine on that line. It ain't about the money. Well, I know I've got so many blessings in this life. Might not be a lot, but I think I finally realize it ain't about the money. If you got a full tank of gas, it ain't about the money. If you got a drink in your glass, cause you know good you hate to live another day. Yeah, the writing's all on the wall. It ain't about the money. No, it ain't about the money at all. It ain't about the money. No, it ain't about the money at all. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum.
Yay. Thank you so much. So let's talk about, so fans can get the song. I saw you have a video on YouTube for it, and I'm assuming it's on all streaming platforms.
Yes, it is. And the video is very extra. Definitely go check it out. There's a Lamborghini.
Oh, wow. Let's hear the story. Like, did you come up with the concept yourself or?
I did for the most part. And then my husband and I, we had a staff meeting, him and I, and took it to our director. We wanted to make a little nod to the Big Lebowski. So when you watch it and you see the rug, hopefully you'll get kind of our vibe there. But yeah, I just wanted it to be super extra. And I wanted to be able to show my weirdness and, kind of give permission to other people who watch it, like, be weird too, embrace it.
Oh, I love that. Well, I love your personality. So much fun. And where, like, are you going to be touring? Are you going to get back on the road and like play some shows? People can find that. Just follow you on socials. We've got your @reply here on the screen. So is that what's coming up for you or?
Yes, absolutely. I have new music coming out soon as well, so be expecting that throughout the rest of the year. And then I am going to definitely be touring a lot. I've got a lot of dates already up on my website, CasiJoy.com.
Cool.
And I'm constantly updating that, so check that out and follow me on all of the socials.
All the socials. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on today.